These smartphones, the all-new Samsung Galaxy A22 and the Samsung Galaxy A12 are quite similar in a lot of ways, yet just one is a way better buy. In this video, I'll let you guys know why you should get the Samsung Galaxy A22, which is obviously better, and without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. When it comes to the build quality, they are actually really close. Both are made out of plastic, and you can tell that they are siblings from the design choices going on here. You still have the headphone jack retained, USB-C at the bottom, side-mounted fingerprint sensors, dual SIM trays with dedicated micro SD card slots, and the same manner of arrangement when you look at the cameras on the smartphones. I mean, the only major difference in design here would be the display tech and size, which directly impacts on the sizes of the smartphones by a tad bit. While you get a 6.5-inch IPS 720 panel from the Samsung Galaxy A12, the Galaxy A22 gives you a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display that refreshes at 90 Hz, but at the same HD resolution. There's no doubt that the A22 gives you a way better display with a better contrast ratio, punchy colors and smooth animations, which are pleasing to the eyes. That 0.1-inch reduction in display size on the Samsung Galaxy A22 makes this smartphone in general a little bit smaller in dimensions and also does reflect in a slightly lighter smartphone. It doesn't just end there. The Samsung Galaxy A12 is yet again outperformed in terms of the processing. Okay, both devices are kinda entry-level devices, right? But while you get the Helio P35 processor on the Samsung Galaxy A12, which is quite enough for day-to-day activities, you get the Helio G80 gaming chipset from the Samsung Galaxy A22, which is actually miles ahead of the P35. Depending on your configuration, you can get between 2 to 4 gigs of RAM and 32 to 128 gigs of internal storage on the Samsung Galaxy A12, while the A22 gives you 4 to 6 gigs of RAM and 64 to 128 gigs of internal storage. Android 11 and One UI 3.1 are currently running on these devices. The bottom line here is better performance, faster speeds, and multitasking can be easily done with the Samsung Galaxy A22, no doubt. Both devices share a 48 megapixel main sensor, as far as I can tell, 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. Things drift apart in both the ultra-wide lenses, which are 5 megapixel for the Galaxy A12 and 8 megapixels for the Galaxy A22. And also the front-facing cameras here, 8 megapixel for the A12 and 13 megapixel for the A22. To be honest, I really tried but couldn't notice any difference from the main cameras both in photos and videos, hence my assumption that they are basically the same sensor. But that's not the case for the front-facing cameras. You get this pale-looking and unrealistic photos and videos from the A12. That's in my comparison, yeah? Also, the ultra-wide sensor from the Galaxy A22 are better looking with more details. Night mode also seems a tad better with the A22, something about processing. The videos on both devices can be recorded at up to 1080p 30fps, and one thing you must have noticed by now is the stabilized footage from the Galaxy A22, as that's not an option as far as I can tell with the A12. Front-facing video is also more natural to look at from the Samsung Galaxy A22, while the A12 still maintains the pale colors. So far, the Samsung Galaxy A22 leads in the camera department. 15-watt fast charging and 5000 mAh battery is what you get on both devices also. From my not-so-scientific tests, both devices here will take you through a full day of use, and that's usually what matters to me, considering that most people would always charge their devices over the night. Even though the A22 might chew up your battery because of that 90 Hz refresh rate on the display, it also does save you some charge, all thanks to the AMOLED tech on the smartphone. I'd call the battery life here a tie. Now, for the 4 GB of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage on both devices, the Samsung Galaxy A12 retails for $135, around 68,500 naira, while the A22 can be gotten for $175 or about 89,000 naira. That's about a $40, 20,000 naira difference in price that might be worth it. So, which of these smartphones is better and which should you buy? Of course, considering their pricing. If you need a smartphone for kinda long-term use on a budget, I recommend you add that extra $40 and pick up the Samsung Galaxy A22. Not only are you getting better performance, you'd also get yourself a better display, better cameras, and overall a device that would most likely stay updated longer than the Samsung Galaxy A12. There's no other way around this. Okay, that's been it. Sub if you loved this video, Click on that like button if you found this video helpful, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Cuídate.